The source of competitive advantage in China is the ecosystem. Because if you look 4 or 5 years ago, the leading Chinese companies in mobile telephony were not the ones that are leading today. Right? There is a great dynamic of competition. The top company changes every year. They are innovating, right? I mean, I showed you the fake telephone, the fake BlackBerry, but the BlackBerry is part of an ecosystem that has now developed, and it's able to produce great quality smartphones. And those great quality smartphones are the top of the pyramid of a very large ecosystem. If you look at Apple telephone, smartphone, the iPhone, everything is designed inside by the company. In ecosystems, anybody of you who wants to go and comes up with a good smartphone company could do the same thing that Legion did, tap into the Chinese ecosystem and basically develop a new product. You could become Chinese, right? And benefit from the ecosystems. The future of competitive advantage doesn't reside at the individual company. It resides in where in the ecosystem you are, in what ecosystem you're participating. Because if I show you the principles of the Chinese ecosystems over here, right? This comes from America, and it says, look at those 4 principles. Build nothing from scratch. What does it mean, build nothing from scratch? It means that you collaborate, and maybe you take things from others, right? There's probably a more cavalier approach to intellectual property rights, right? Then you innovate at small scales. It's incremental innovation. Apple, I think we would all agree, they're a radical innovator in many, many areas. Maybe not technology, but definitely the business model, definitely the branding, the in-store experience. They're a radical innovator. The Chinese today are probably not radical innovators, but they don't need to be radical innovators. You don't need to be a genius like Steve Jobs in China, because it's the ecosystem that innovates. So if you're Lenovo and somebody comes up with a faster memory or a better piece of software or a bigger screen or a bigger, right? As long as you 10,000 suppliers innovate incrementally, you benefit from their innovation. Everybody benefits from the innovation. This is, in those ecosystems, you share. Not because you want to share, but because if I have a small innovation, I will also benefit from the small innovation of the 10,000 other ones. So the whole ecosystem scales.